Hey, welcome to episode number 6 of The Late Grind, our afternoon coffee break with entrepreneurs, creative people, and in this case, just us, Gabe and I.
How are you guys?
Hey, Gabe. So I think for this episode, we're doing like a recap of
That's right.
uh, the invitees that have been here in the podcast, in the show, with us. Just talk a little bit about some key points that they mentioned, and we're also going to talk about marketing, especially in social media and 2021, since 2020 or 2020. It's too many 20s.
Right.
Since 2020 is almost done, people are like already writing it off. They want it to
I mean,
disappear.
it's been a weird year, so
Crazy year.
it's I don't know how much we can learn from this year, but sure, let's try it.
All right. So if you are a listener, an habitual listener or viewer of this show, you know that we've had interesting people in here already. So the first episode was sort of a pilot where we talked about what the Late Grind and Bart Media uh, was doing. Then we invited for episode 2. We invited our good friend from Puerto Rico. Um, right? Yeah, our good friend from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Waldemar Perez. So Waldemar talked to us a little bit about branding and especially, how he pivoted a little bit when Hurricane Maria hit the island back in 2017. One thing I found very, very interesting about what he said was that just doing things, being resourceful, helping people,
Mhm.
made way for him to get new business, even though he wasn't, charging for some of the things he was doing. He was just like giving free help in a sense that helped him, get business and a different perspective of what he planned to do before that. So, what do you think about that, Gabe? About just working a little bit for free or doing a few things without charging to leverage that and use it to get more business in the back end. What do you think about that?
You know, uh, I've always admired that move. You know, um, it's a smart move when you are both a small company or you are a beginner and you want to get your name out there. But when you are established, like he is, it's it really shows that you're passionate about what you do, that you love your job and your trade. So I like that, and I'm sure clients like it too. They appreciate it too because they feel they can trust you. They feel they're safe in your hands. Branding is the kind of job that the client is trusting you with their brand. They're trusting you with their baby. So
Yeah.
them being able to trust you and them being able to see how loving you are with your trade and how much passion you put into it makes them, I mean, it's obvious. It makes them believe and makes them realize that you're going to treat their baby with the same care and respect and love and passion and attention. So seeing him do that and talking about why he did it and the way he did it, um, it's inspiring for me. I mean, I like it. I
Yeah.
respect it. I enjoy listening to him talk about it. And I think it benefits him a lot, even if he's not seeing actual money coming in. He's winning his clients, he's winning fans, and he's making a good name for himself. So
Mhm.
I think that's more valuable than money and getting paid for a specific project. I really
Mhm.
enjoyed that. Respect it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it takes guts to do it. A lot of people don't like to do that, especially when they're starting, uh, their business or their venture, their freelancing. But it's something that, people like Gary Vaynerchuk, he, he preaches that, you should go out there and do free work and get your name out there, especially because you're letting your craft do the marketing for you, right? You're letting your job, your finished product do the talking instead of just you asking for a chance. Like when you do it, it definitely puts a lot of leverage on your side because you are proving yourself already. You're just showing off what you're capable of doing. So I think it's a great,
Gary says that a lot. Take care of your client. Take care of your client. Even if your business is not public relations, invest in that. Take care of your client. That's more important than even offering a good service. You could be wrong. You can make a mistake, but if you take care of that client, you're not going to lose it, and that's very important. And it's hard to understand and actually put into practice.
Yeah,
I think Waldemar is doing a great job.
Definitely. How about you personally? Have you, come across an opportunity that you had to do some work up front, without charging, and then using that as a leverage to maybe get more business or get a referral?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Especially when I started as a graphic designer. I was in school. That's how I started into a whole branding business, and then I moved on to learn and do other things. But as a designer, I wanted to do things, like I wasn't gonna get paid a lot. I wasn't gonna rebrand Coca-Cola or anything like that, but I wanted to do things, and I always loved seeing something online and knowing that I did it or that I had a say in it. So I was in school, high school. I went to an art school, so a lot of my fellow friends and fellow students were also wanting to start their own brands, and they were artists, they're creators. So I started offering like, hey, I can make you a logo for free, and some of them just still use it today, and I never saw any like a cent because of that. I never got paid, but knowing that they liked it, first of all, knowing that they loved the logo, that it represented them, seeing them still use it today, and seeing the logo now explode into different versions and different sizes and evolving with them, I think I'm proud of that. I don't care if I never got paid for it. I enjoy it. There's a couple of fashion designers that went to school with me and then went to college with me, and I made them simple logos, and they used it. They used it for a while. I can see them in shirts and on their social media and stuff. So yeah, I enjoyed that, but I haven't done like anything for free that it's for someone in need or offered free services or anything like that, or humanitarian or anything like Waldemar said he's doing. I never did that. I just tried to do stuff for friends, and I enjoyed it. I think I enjoy that way more than working for someone that's paying,
For some reason, right? When you're doing it out of heart, it's more enjoyable, because obviously you do have a pressure to do it still, as perfect as it can be. But it's more enjoyable because you're doing it for, if it's not a greater cause, a good cause, you're doing it for a friend that you love and cherish, and you want it to have an impact on what they do.
How about you?
I think that's so. I haven't done a lot of free work because mainly I'm doing digital marketing. So I have done in the past like a few assessments, and I start off with that. I don't charge for that. Like, hey, your website could benefit from these 5 improvements or changes, and this is what your competitors are doing. So I have done a few reports like that for free. Usually I do like an assessment, and most of the times it gets me in the door to do other stuff like SEO or just manage their website. But yeah, usually obviously I'm not I'm not a creative agency. I'm just like a solo guy doing that. So it's the data and referrals that has helped me, get my foot in the door for some, especially some wineries here in Texas that I am working with. That's like one of the main, things that got me into moving to Texas was getting to know the wine industry and trying to be a digital marketing consultant for wineries in Texas. So I really have to give the shout out to Lindsay from Ving Direct. She was the one that connected me to one of the wineries that I'm working with today. And the first thing I did was that I did an assessment for them of what their website was lacking, what things they could do better, and that got me the foot in the door. And I'm still working with them. So,
and it's a subject that you're passionate about, wine, right?
Yeah.
Not only the marketing, but you like the product too. So that gives you a lot to work with.
Exactly. Yeah. I like the product. I like the fact that it's been around for thousands of years as an enjoyment, to men and women. And it's unique how today, like they say, millennials are not drinking wine. So I'm like intrigued into why, what's going on, why the winemakers, the wine brands are not reaching that younger demographic. What are they doing wrong? And mainly that's the part that interests me the most. So I'm learning, still learning that.
Nice. That's fun.
Okay, so episode 3. That's actually we invited Rod Reed, right, the snake guy, for that episode.
Snake guy.
Yeah, and we had technical problems that first day, and we had to do we had to redo that episode. But what was one interesting thing that you found or you learned from him on that episode?
Let me see. He's an overall interesting guy.
He is.
Yeah. I honestly, what really stuck was the way he just does it. Being in flip flops and just he's doing it in the middle of the day with no protection, without proper training maybe or proper preparation. I really admire that because I personally hate snakes. I wouldn't do that even with like a lot of protection, So it really stuck with me the way he does it and his mindset that this is just a problem. It's just something that I can take care of, and he's not afraid to do it for the community. It's also for free, right? He does it as service for the community. So yeah, that stuck with me. Seeing the way he does things, and he's brushing it off like it's nothing. That's I think I admire it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he became like a known person, a known guy in the community. Like he's been on the news. People look, for him when they have to deal with snakes. It's amazing how you can, do a community service again for free, and that gets you known out there. And I bet that, obviously he does it because he cares about people, and he cares about snakes too because he just relocates them.
Yeah, he doesn't kill them, right?
He doesn't kill them, right? So he understands.
Chopping them up.
He understands exactly.
Right. No, it's a really, really good job. It's a nice thing to do.
Yeah. So it's one thing. Yeah, definitely. It's one thing, to have like I learned from that you can have a craft, a thing that's unique, that you can be helpful, in society. You can help your community. I think that's a good thing, if you have some skill that you can take advantage of and do good. I think it's worth it just to do it, invest time.
Guys, be nice, be good, If there's one thing you can do for free, do it.
Yeah, I think that's that point. It's been across all the hustlers that have been in our show, right? Yeah.
At least find one thing to do for free. it
Yeah.
will give you a lot of joy.
Yeah. It'll pay up later on.
Right.
Yep. All
So
right.
then
So
we had who? We had Val, right?
Val Vega, right? On
Val Vega.
episode 4.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Val.
Well,
I know her since high school, and we kept in contact. So I'm always up to date with what she's doing and where she's living and the project she's involved with and everything. And she's very passionate about what she does. So she's really good at it too. So I thought about her immediately when we started the podcast. I wanted to have her as a guest and hear her talk about what she does and especially what she believes in. She has a lot of depth. Her work has a lot of depth. And I admire that. I admire you could tell if you listen to the interview, the way she does things is always with a purpose and has a meaning for her. She's an artist. She's not only doing what people want to see and what people want to hear, but she's doing what she likes. That's why that's the key of her success. She likes what she does. So yeah, I didn't think twice about having her over and listening to her. I think it was very inspiring, especially her stance on being a working, an independent woman. The way she wants to empower women and the way she talks about that she's passionate about it. She really believes in it, and I mean, I just adore listening to her talk about
Yep.
that.
I love her spirit,
Mhm.
her fighting spirit, her energy. She's not a quitter. Like she fights through it all. She demands attention, and when she's in a room, like
Exactly.
she's in charge. I especially love the fact that she like took it upon herself to learn photography. Using the internet, YouTube. That's something we all can learn from. I always say there's nothing you cannot learn if it's man-made, like for example software or photography, anything that's man-made and a profession, a trade, you can learn it. And especially now since learning has been so democratized,
Yeah,
you can on your phone
we're having
you
some
can
technical issues again.
oh, you are. Oh, sorry. So I think you can learn anything that's out there, right? Anything and everything is learnable and achievable. You just have to put your mindset to it and put time and effort into learning. So I think any entrepreneur out there, any business owner, anybody that it's looking for something to do or has a passion for something they don't completely understand or dominate, you can learn online. Just go to YouTube, type in a search, and you'll be amazed of there's just a lot of information out there of things you can learn. So yeah, we lost Gabe a moment there, but he's back.
There you go.
Hey, you back on?
Yeah. Can you hear
Yeah.
me okay?
Perfect.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, not a problem. So the latest guest that we had is someone very close and dear to you, Gabe, huh?
Yeah.
Episode 6, we
My
had.
favorite witch. Oops. Not again.
Can you hear me? I think we lost the connection again. So on episode number 6, we had Amaryllis, which is owner and leathersmith of Ama a Mano, and that interview was in Spanish, and we basically talked about how she, even though she liked working with leather since she was a kid, basically, but then now it's the time when she actually learned how to do stuff, how to create and craft beautiful things, and also that talks to the ability of just learning. You can learn anything from people around the world today. So yeah, basically, Amaryllis right. She took it upon herself also to learn how to do certain things and crafts right with leather. That was amazing
Something
too.
that she loves. I mean, I know she's been working with leather since I'm a baby, you know.
Hmm.
So it's a material she loves, and everything leather she likes, you know. So she's always played with it,
Hmm.
but when people start exactly seeing the amount of detail she puts into her hobby, it was a hobby before, you know, and how much she loves it and how creative she is with it. They started, hey, you know, I want that too. You know, and she wasn't really planning on making it a business. It just happened because people liked her job, you know, her trade,
Hmm.
and now she's always learning and you know trying to make her craft better. I love when she's looking at other other um other leathersmiths and designers. She's always, you know, looking at the piece and sometimes she's like, I could do this better, you know, and look at this finish, you know, this is not good. And, you know, it's like a super expensive piece of uh of leather, you know, a very expensive wallet or a very expensive accessory. So she's always, you know, looking to do what she does better
Hmm.
and still keep it relatively affordable, you know, and she just wants people to use what she does, you know. She's
Yeah.
not thinking about making a lot of money or none of that. She enjoys what she does. She's happy to you know give it to people. They you know the money she gets is only to invest in more material and better tools and that's it, you know. So I
Yeah, that
admire
talks
that too. I love
that
that.
talks about enjoying a lot the journey more than like a goal, right? Not
Yeah.
just an economic goal, but like the journey of becoming better, doing better things, making people even happier and more excited about the things she does. I
Mhm.
think that journey of always improving. It's a great way to
Yeah.
spend time, right, and keep learning.
Yeah, it's passion, you know, it's passion. You can't really buy that or learn that. That just happens. It
Yeah,
happens when you love what you do. So I admire that a lot.
yeah. All right, so I think that's it for today. We can have a next episode. We could talk a bit more about other topics that we wanted to talk about, like marketing in 2021 and all that. We're going to round up
Mhm.
some resources to bring about what brands are doing. So stay
Mhm.
tuned for that next episode. Thank you, Gabe, for being here during this first episodes, and we're definitely learning a lot, and we hope to share this with anyone who's listening or watching this video and replay as well.
All
So,
right. Keep grinding, boys and girls.
all right.
Don't stop grinding.
That's it. Catch you guys later.
See ya.